Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
Well, our newest mutant is Kirby Bat. It's actually April's father, and he gets mutated when a bunch of mutagen rains down from a stealth ship and ends up hitting him and mutating him. Kirby Bat can fly, he can eat bugs and small invertebrate animals. He is very ill-tempered, but he also has a sensitive side. Kirby Bat's a very sensitive, loving soul when he's not trying to eat your face. Kirby Bat's relationship with April is he's her father, and she still loves him and wants to turn him back into a human. But a lot of the season is her and the Turtles' attempts to transform him back into a human, and it doesn't usually go very well. It usually goes awry. You'll just have to wait and see exactly what unfolds, but we will get more of Kirby Bat down the line.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
The Footbots have a lot of cool attributes about them. Of course, the Footbots are based on the original Foot Soldiers. And in fact, you can't tell from looking at them that they are robots. And the thing that really makes them dangerous is that they have the ability to learn anything that they come up against. So if they see someone fighting, they can learn their moves. If they see someone ice skate, they can learn how to ice skate. And they usually take a fall at first, but then they assimilate that new information and they come out and they're super tough and really dangerous. I think my favorite quality about the Footbots is, first of all, they're formidable adversaries. They fight really well. They're really tough. But they also have this really cool sound that we've created for them. And when they learn something, their eyes glow, and we have this really great kind of sound that indicates that they've learned this new thing and they move into action. I love that sound.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
The Squirrelinoids were originally squirrels that got into the mutagen and turned into these horrible alien squirrel monsters. They start off as looking like normal squirrels until they jump into your mouth and crawl down into your throat, and then they basically reproduce in your stomach, whereas you then vomit two of them out. We wanted to just come up with a really cool, interesting way that they would reproduce and start to expand and grow into monsters. So I just kind of watched all my favorite old horror and science fiction movies and broke out a bunch of old comics, and I was just like, oh, this is just a cool idea. We've got a character who's gross, disgusting, scary, kind of cute before he transformed. It seems like perfect Ninja Turtles territory. The Squirrelinoids can basically eat your face, and Mikey is terrified that they're gonna eat his face. When it comes to Squirrelinoids, I can tell you it's gonna be disgusting, revolting. You're probably gonna choke on your food. You may vomit. Who knows, but you actually will get to see the Squirrelinoids again.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
I think there's a lot of cool things that Mutagen Man can do. And I think it's because in the original Mutagen Man, it was created with such fun. I think the main one is that he can go, and he likes to talk like that. Johnny! Donnie has hooked him up with a voice box, which is basically a speaker from a drive-in movie theater that's attached to the front of his tank. All his internal organs are floating around in a big glass vial, which is always kind of fun. And he has a long mouth thing that he can extend and kind of suck up mutagen or do other things with. He can shoot acid from his hands, but mainly he likes to clomp around real heavy and go. Mutagen Man has fallen in love with April and sort of terrorizes the city in a wonderful, lovable, friendly, mistaken kind of way. And he's just sort of a typical guy who is like most people. He's trapped in a giant glass jar and has acid hands. At the end of this episode, Mutagen Man is kind of on ice, but it's probably not the last we're going to see of him.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
For me, one of the coolest things about Razar is the fact that he's a double mutant. He was originally Chris Bradford, then he got transformed into Dog Pound, and then he got mutated again into Razar. Razar's kind of like Raph to a certain degree, but he's obviously much more short-tempered. He's no nonsense. Razar can slice through you in about 1.3 seconds. He's got incredibly long, powerful, sharp claws that he can launch. He can fire them out almost like dart guns. And he is incredibly strong and fast. He's definitely a perfect nemesis for the Turtles. He's one of the Shredder's main henchmen, so we'll be seeing quite a bit of Razar, which I think fans will be into.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
Chrome Dome is the ultimate cybernetic ninja. He's made out of not only solid metal, but he's also got these jet propulsion boots that he can shoot around the place. He's almost impenetrable to actually beat. When you hit him, you just bounce off him. The design process for Chrome Dome started off with actually looking at Shredder's original henchman, who was, of course, Chris Bradford, the Dark Ninja who got mutated into Dog Pound. So we went back and we had a look at him and we thought, what would be the ultimate cybernetic version of him? We originally saw Chrome Dome in the 1980s Fred Wolf Ninja Turtles production, and we loved that character so much that we really wanted to bring him into the Nickelodeon show, and we found the perfect place. For a while, Shredder goes away and puts Karai in charge, and she needs a lieutenant. So we thought the perfect villain would be the ultimate Krang footbot, and that would be Chrome Dome. He's almost like this unstoppable robotic force that can not only lead the troops into battle, but will obey every order that Karai says, and really put the Turtles up for a challenge.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
The character of Slash is really awesome. We wanted to really play with the idea of what would it be like to actually have a fifth Ninja Turtle, and what would it be like if that turtle was actually evil. We took a lot of inspiration from the toy line that Playmates created back in the 80s, and one of the standout figures was always Slash. I mean, his colors popped really great, and he has such a cool look. He's been a huge part of this franchise for a while now. He was in the old 80s show, and actually they're currently using him a lot in the new comic series. The idea of using CG to kind of bring a character like that to life and do the best we could was a great challenge that we wanted to undertake. We've been introduced to Slash as almost like this villainous character. So it's going to be fun in the future to see him kind of evolve as a character and possibly maybe become a pretty important ally to our turtle brothers. When Slash was still Spike, when he was still a cute little turtle, Raphael used to always give him lettuce, and that's part of the reason he's upset now, because it made him really gassy.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation Madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
The design process for Casey Jones was pretty involved. There was so much to look at in the comics, in the previous cartoons, and what we really wanted to do, first of all, was make sure that his attitude came across right. The most iconic thing about him has always been his mask. So what we thought would be interesting was creating a paint job that was an homage to the original Eastman and Laird design from the comics. I guess my favorite quality about Casey Jones would be his swagger. I mean, he has this insane confidence when he comes into a room where no matter what the odds are, he's gonna just take it head on and just deal with the repercussions as they fall. He's got a pretty good sense of humor about the dire circumstances he always finds himself in. He's kind of a charmer. It's great to have a character like Casey along the ride with the Turtles. I mean, we're so used to seeing the Turtles kind of handle themselves well against alien and monster threats, but to have their fifth partner being a human kid who just can really dish out some butt kicking is going to be just fun to watch. So, look out, Krang.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation Madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
The design of April Derp really came from how can we take this character that we all really like and care about and make her just so crazy that she can be a really viable monster. And from there, it's just like, what would be a weird place to put an arm? And what if it looked like her, but then she had another head? Or just really having fun with the whole idea of kind of making a monster based on April. First of all, she's extremely tall. She's really strong. She has a mouth in the middle of her back with a really long tongue. And she just says Derp. And very casually, we just took in the name. We just started calling her April Derp. Derp, Derp, Derp. Who doesn't like someone who says Derp? We are pushing really hard for April Derp to get her own syndicated talk show. She's great with people, as long as she's not punching them or licking them.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation Madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
Fungus Humongous is this huge, massive, 50-foot tall mushroom creature, and it really just wants to survive, so what it does is it sends out these evil little mushroom men that shoot spores at you that bring out your worst fear. It's basically a defense mechanism. It's really kind of like nature gone awry. It's not so much of this creature who's bent on doing evil. It's more about a creature that just wants to exist, and it's sentient, but it's really too dangerous to exist because it will cause chaos, it will cause madness. Fungus Humongous wasn't easy to design because, I mean, clearly he's just a big mushroom, so we were looking at a lot of comics and art, especially like older comics and things like that. Basically, we were trying to find something that was visually appealing yet kind of scary, and that's not easy to do when it involves a mushroom. You know, it's a mushroom. You're not going to see too much Fungus Humongous beyond Fungus Humongous' episode because he was obviously destroyed. But we're thinking about bringing him back somewhere down the line.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation Madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
So Metalhead is, of course, a Ninja Turtles classic character. He's been in the Fred Wolf cartoon. We absolutely love Metalhead, and when we brought him back, we knew we had to treat him with the utmost respect. He's smart, he can do just about anything, and Donnie's always modifying him. His eyes flip open, he's got missiles that can shoot out of his eyes, he's got jetpacks, he's got rocket launchers, he's got flamethrowers, he's got laser cannons. You name it, he's got it. In fact, you haven't even seen half the stuff Metalhead can do. So the last time we saw Metalhead was in Season 1, where the Krang took him over and used him against Donatello and the rest of the Turtles.
Ow!
So when we brought him back in Season 2, the Turtles were a little apprehensive of whether he'd be a suitable member of the team. So, as you saw in the episode, there were some ups and downs, and I think Metalhead's personality just really comes through with that final moment where he gave up everything to help his friends. He made such a sacrifice that I don't think any of the Turtles can ever doubt his loyalty again.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation Madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
Rat King is from the original comics, and one of the great things that we get to do is kind of do a new design, bring something new to it, but really importantly, always in the spirit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The really important thing about Rat King is his psychic connection to Splinter, because of course Splinter is a rat. And so that takes him beyond a level of just being a straight up bad guy villain, because he's able to kind of get into the other side and affect Splinter's behavior. And it's kind of fun and interesting to really challenge him in a way that he's not just sitting around the lair saying smart things. The Rat King is kind of a wonderfully eccentric, dark, villainous guy. But like many people on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they've sort of been mutated against their will. So they kind of have a chip on their shoulder. They have sort of revenge and vengeance in mind, and they're motivated a lot by that. And they just kind of get wonderfully demented, which we just do that on purpose because it's fun.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation Madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
Ice Cream Kitty was a creation that I came up with because I felt the need for some sort of food mascot type character. I wanted to do something which was basically like an ice cream dessert, and my favorite animals mostly are cats, so we kind of combined the two and made Ice Cream Kitty. Ice Cream Kitty can do a lot of really cool things. She can sleep, she can roll around, she licks herself, but mostly she's really good at being thrown. Like, you could throw her at anything, and if they don't eat her, she can, like, stick to them. She's basically like ice cream with whiskers and teeth. My favorite quality about Ice Cream Kitty is probably the layer that's strawberry. She's like vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, like a good Neapolitan ice cream. You should ask Mikey because they're always hugging and licking each other. She pretty much lives in the freezer along with Splinter's cheesicles. Anyone out there who's ever been a cat owner knows that they lick you all the time and rub up against you constantly. So if he was made of ice cream, your clothes would be covered with ice cream, your face would be covered with ice cream. You'd be tasting Ice Cream Kitty all day long. It's pretty delicious.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters, only on Nickelodeon. Mutation Madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
So the Cathatragon is a giant beast from Dimension X. Where the Krang come from? He's got two faces. One's on his tail, the other one's on his mouth. His mouth has rows and rows of teeth. He's got eyes everywhere. But right on his butt, he's got this little smiley face that's in a constant smile. And it's so cute. And you can get deceived by how cute his little butt is. And he turns around and he chomps you. And he's also very colorful. So my favorite quality about the Cathatragon has to be why we put him in the show. We were really looking for an interesting way to create the source of all mutagen. And we decided it would be very funny to actually have this giant worm that would be milked for mutagen. Yeah, I know, it's that weird, but we like it that way. So this isn't going to be the last time we see the Cathatragon. He's going to be back. In fact, they're going to be back. There's a whole species of them. They're everywhere. And we're going to really find out the threat that they can be when utilized by the Krang properly.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters. Only on Nickelodeon. Mutation madness has taken over New York City, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking on their biggest battles ever. So we're going behind the scenes with the show creators to get an exclusive look at the newest characters.
Tiger Claw is a fierce warrior who also has a specialty as a weapons expert. He has a collection of rare and exotic weapons from all over the universe, so he's got a bunch of strange laser pistols and stuff, but he has them equipped with different special cartridges that can do things from exploding with ice to shooting rope nets. But I think his greatest asset is that he's a fierce fighter. One of the cool things about Tiger Claw, besides the fact that he's this giant tiger, you'll notice that he's missing his tail. So there's a little bit of mystery there about his past. And Tiger Claw has kind of this swagger where he's almost kind of like this old West fighter, you know, like he would walk into a saloon and order a drink. And if you asked him what his favorite drink was, it'd probably be whole milk in a shot glass, because he is still very much a cat. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for Tiger Claw and to kind of pay off his personal quest. I mean, he's here right now helping the Shredder defeat the Turtles, but in a way, that's not his life's goal. It'd be great to see what else he has in his sights.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Catch all new episodes with all new characters. Only on Nickelodeon.